What's up, guys? My name is Adriel Rivera, and I make music in my shed. Today with me is someone who also makes music in my shed. Heavyweight champion of UFC, Tegan James, aka Pres, Washington.
Howdy.
Today we're going over So Close, one of my most streamed songs. Eventually will be the most streamed song in a few months here. And arguably the song that started it all. Today we're going to be going over the production of So Close, as well as a little bit of some other little things at the end that I have for you. But yeah, So Close is one of like the first songs that I released in this whole song a month cycle. Mm-hmm. You know, every 25th. This came out December 25th, 2020. So it's been 3 years, dude. That is crazy. Cause like, yeah, this year, once it's December, which is a good time to wait. Like, I mean, that like December was like for us at the time of recording this, like last month.
Yeah.
So it's been a minute. There's going to be a minute till it is like 4 years old, but still 3 years is a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time. So this song came out 3 years ago. And since then has garnered like over 1 million streams, across platforms. Well, specifically, even just like on Spotify itself, it has over 1 million streams. So it is one of my biggest and one of my most proud songs in terms of like the performance. You know, I'm very proud of that performance of that song. And it is, I completely lost my train of thought.
Well, let me say then, I am also really proud of the performance of this song because seeing this happen for you was really cool just for me to see as your friend and as somebody who makes music in this shed, just knowing that, you know, doing numbers like that is possible and just, you know, watching your growth. Like, it was cool and inspiring. So
thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think one of the reasons why I'm so proud of it too is that it was like it was an endeavor that was just me. Like, you know, I've had some help with some other songs. We've had some help with some other songs, you know, and they performed really well with that help in terms of streaming numbers. Mm-hmm. But this was like a song that it was only me putting in like the marketing behind it, and I was able to get it up that high, which was really cool for me. And it was like the song that started like basically snowballing everything else, right?
Yeah.
And so
continues to.
It continues to, right? I get fans from that song still. I know a lot of people watching right now or listening are probably like very well might have come from that song.
Yeah.
You know, and so it is my most popular song in my opinion, even though like there's technically meant to be is like a little more popular like in terms of streams. I consider So Close to be my most popular song, my most influential song in my catalog. So
yeah, today
we're going to be breaking down the production of So Close. So over here we have the project file. Some things are consolidated because, again, you know, I don't have all the plugins on my laptop. This was the desktop, and it's been years since I've like looked at this, literally. So I don't know about the organization, but this is like objectively one of my most like simple instrumentals. I really didn't do much in terms of like making like a lot of instrumental elements in there, and one of the biggest reasons why is because I was just on a time crunch. Like, I made a promise that I would release a song every month, and I didn't have a song for that month. My time management is better now. It's still not perfect, but like I have a schedule now. Like my half songs I have a schedule, so like time management is so much better than it was back then. But I was just getting started again in my song a month cycle, so I was trying to whip up this song that month, and I only had like a few days left. What's crazy about the song is that it came out late, technically. It still came out the 25th, but not on the 12 o'clock midnight.
Yeah.
So everything about this song, like, I don't know. It's funny because it was so sloppy in terms of how it came out. I mean, I don't mean sloppy as in the song sounds sloppy, but sloppy in terms of, like, getting it done, putting it out. And somehow it managed to be my best performing song.
Yeah.
You know, which is cool. Like, I was making the cover art, like, I think Christmas Eve or so, or like the 23rd. It was like, you know, I was really cutting close on the 25th, which is why it was so late. But But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why the instrumental is so simple, is because I was just like so like such in a time crunch.
Yeah.
And I definitely think if I had more time, I would have made it more complex. But it also just goes to show that like you don't need to get too complicated to make a good song.
Yeah.
You know. So enough of my rambling. We'll get back on this topic later, but I'll show exactly what it is that makes the song so simple. So right here,
Wait, can we hear it first?
the whole way through.
I mean, for the audience.
Okay, all right. We'll listen to it.
Or
First.
some of it.
We'll listen to through all of it first.
Okay.
I was getting close, so close, but they hit on the nose when they said be careful. She might think you're cute today, but be wary of what she say. She can leave so easily. I was feeling close, so close, but guess I was the fool to think that we could go somewhere past the point of play. But of course you pulled away, girl, how dare you ruin me. I had to clean my room just for you to come over, but after everything I'm just that chip on your shoulder. I thought that we were real, darling. Tell me what's going on. Well, I was getting close, so close, but now I really know, don't get too comfortable. She could read you like a book, kiss your lips and leave you shook. I suggest don't even look. She'll treat you like you're something worth the time. She'll make you feel inclined to spend your dime, but then she'll say I'm not yours and you're not mine. Well, never mind. I had to clean my room just for you to come over, but after everything I'm just that chip on your shoulder. I thought that we were real, darling. Tell me what's going on. Tu beso es veneno, pero aún te quiero. Ya no tengo dinero, me hiciste gastarlo y me dices nada te debo, pero estás equivocada. I want back all the time we spent, all the words you said. I fell for all of that, for everything you did, but of course you do it with no remorse. I had to clean my room just for you to come over, but after everything I'm just that chip on your shoulder. I thought that we were real, darling. Tell me what's going on. Oh, I was so drunk on you, now I'm finally sober. Before it even started, it was already over. Nothing about you was real, darling. I guess I'm moving on.
So that is basically the song in its entirety. Again, very simple song. And so first element we will look into the song is like the main melodic element of it, which is the guitar. So the guitar, it was actually, you can't see it in frame, but there's a guitar over there in my studio. If you could, yeah, it's broken now. It broke on me like a year ago or something like that, about a year and a half ago. So I bought a new guitar. But that was like one of the first guitars I bought for myself. It was a classical guitar, and that's what I recorded this on. And so this guitar, these guitar chords, I started writing the song. A lot of times how my process works is I'll start songs in the studio, like, or in the shed for context of this podcast, but the studio, the shed, whatever you want to call it. This is where I typically start songs, and I don't really start songs. I don't bring in songs too often. It's something I started doing more recently, but especially back then, I wasn't really bringing songs in too often. But this was a song that I started working on, and like outside of the studio, and like I just wrote. It was an idea demo I came up with, and these chords I really liked, and so when I came into the studio, I knew exactly what I was going to play, which was these chords that we have right here. But the interesting thing about these chords is that they're the way that I fingered these chords, like the fingering of these chords, it's like they're technically not playable the way that I played it and compared to the song. Reason being is that this song, these chords, the recording itself, you can see right here, is actually pitched down 100 semitones. So that means like one half step, the whole entire recording is pitched down. And these are all like open chords, which means there's no bar chords, which means that like, okay, for non-guitar for non-guitar players out there, a bar chord is like when you put your whole finger on the entire like bridge or like on the fret and then like
across the whole thing.
Yeah, across the whole thing, and then use your other fingers to like fill in the other things. That's a bar chord. And like bar chords, like the same fingering will give you like different chords just moving up or down the neck. So if I were to have pitched it on a bar chord, like you could still play it, you just have to move your fingers. You know. Open chords on the other hand are like you use your fingers to, you know, play the chords, and like some strings might just have no fingers on them, or some strings will just like, you know, like, yeah, like it's not, you can't bar the whole thing. You don't bar the whole thing with open chords.
Yeah.
And because of that, if you play open chords and you pitch it down an octave after recording it, you're not gonna be able to play it exactly the same. You're gonna have to find an alternative of how to play those chords in terms of like fingering.
Yeah.
Because it's technically like not playable.
Like physically.
Physically, yeah.
No, it makes sense.
Unless you like tune the strings down a half step, but like in a standard tuning, the chords that I use here technically aren't like they aren't playable in the final version of the song.
So let's say you were to like perform this live, like would you come up with something else, or what would you do?
Playing the guitar,
yeah,
I would just have to sing it like a semitone, like, or like like a half step up.
Okay.
You know, which is difficult. The whole reason why I brought down a half step was because it was hard for me to sing up there. So like, you know, but I wasn't thinking about performing live when I made the song. So, but yeah, just a little fun fact. That is the main chords of the song. Then we go on to the drums, which is like something that I've used so many times. Like this pattern I've used in so many songs. It's just like a very standard quarter note, like kick, doom, 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 and like, you know, snare every other note or every other quarter note, you know, and that's throughout the entire song. After we have these drums, that is basically like what is in the entire verse. And throughout the entire song, like, just let alone verse, but like the entire song that plays like throughout the entire song, basically. What else plays throughout the entire song is like this 808. And this is back when, let me see, I don't remember exactly if I was using a legit 808. And by legit 808, I mean like just like a sample. So yeah, I found this sample, I guess, and I used this as like the bass line, this 808 sample. And so now I tend to stay away from 808s a little bit more. I know, or like the last song that we talked about, the one that just came out, like it does have like an 808s on it, but it's very rarely that nowadays I'm putting 808s on my songs. Excuse me. I had to burp off mic. But anyway, so like I prefer to use, especially nowadays, like instruments. You know, I like to play guitar a lot in my songs. Like there's a lot of guitar in them. And bass, right? So I'll actually play the bass.
Yeah.
But back then I wasn't really incorporating much bass into like my songs. And by bass I mean like the instrument, like you know, bass guitar. And so 808s were like a common thing I would do in it, especially in a lot of my older music before this. And this is probably like one of the last instances that I used 808s and started moving more towards like legitimate bass guitars.
Did you move towards, like, why did you move towards instruments?
Because of the music that I wanted to make. I wanted to have like more of like an indie bedroom pop feel. A lot of people don't use like 808s in those types of genres. I mean, like there's always going to be the exceptions, but like most people in indie music, you know, are using guitars and like bass guitars and stuff like that. Like it sounds more like a band rather than a programmed, you know, beat. And so on top of the 808s, I guess I forgot. I put in hats on a separate layer. So here's the hats if you're interested in hearing them. But like hats are hats, with everything. But yeah. So once you have like the guitar, the 808s, like the drums, that's basically the entire song.
Yeah.
Now the chorus does get a little bit different because obviously you need to have some variation going on throughout the entire song. So within the chorus, what I got going on is like this, like I forget what like Omnisphere calls it, but it's like this cheesy, it's like cheese wheel something. I forget what they call it.
Okay.
But it's like this really weird sound. So, oh, it's not this one. What is it? Where do I have it at? Oh, hold up. Give me 1 second. So
Just 1 minute.
1 minute. This is throughout the chorus, but not the first chorus, which is why it was throwing me off. But right here, this sound right here.
Yeah, because that's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird sound. But it's like a little arp.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's just in the background of the chorus, and also like in this bridge section right here. And then on top of that, we have what you heard earlier was like this little plug sound of like bells, and I think this was like the bread and butter of the chorus. I think this in the background was like a really nice melody to like add a little bit to that somber sound. Yeah. And then on top of that, we have a little bit of ambience going on, which I don't know if you could pick up when you're listening to the song without knowing that it's there. But now that you know it's there, pretty positive if you didn't catch it before, you will.
I actually noticed it for the first time while we were listening to it like a few minutes ago.
Really?
I was like, what is that I hear back there? What is that?
Yeah, so there's like some ambient sound in the background just to fill in the space and like, make it sound cooler, Yeah. So after you put in everything together, this is what it should sound like. And again, like this is the entire song. It's a very simple song, Like that's like the only variation that happens. Even like it gets even simpler in the bridge. Like this is the bridge. Literally all the bridge is this 808 and the drums. That's the entire bridge, and then you get to the end of it, and then you have that like weird noise in the background. The weird cheesy whatever they called it sound. And so very simple throughout the entire thing. And on top of that, then you just have the final vocals, and then that's the entire song. Very simple.
Very simple. Gets the job done though.
It gets the job done, yeah. And so like going back to what I said earlier about like, you don't need like sometimes like it doesn't need to be complicated. Like it doesn't need to be complicated, sometimes less is more. And what's funny is that like a lot of musicians like will say that, that they like a lot of their most popular songs were songs that they didn't expect to blow up.
Yep.
Because a lot of times they didn't put a lot of effort. Not a lot. They did put a lot of effort, but they didn't take a lot of time.
Yeah, they didn't overcomplicate it.
Yeah, it was like very simple.
Yeah.
There's this band called Coin, that I heard from this podcast. Well, I mean, I know this band and I've listened to the song that they were talking about on the podcast. But the guy had mentioned how Coin was that was like a situation that happened to them. Their most popular song is called Talk Too Much. And they said that that song they're kind of annoyed with because they took the least amount of time, the least amount of complexity and effort, and like songwriting with that song, and it ended up being the biggest. But it's just like a really catchy song. I love that song, and sometimes that's just what happens. Like this song, I felt like it was very simple. I felt like I could put so much more into it. I'm not saying that I didn't like the song, because I definitely like the song. That's why I put it out. Yeah. But there definitely could have been more added, in my opinion. But it resonates with people the way that it is. Yeah. And so yeah. To you
yeah, dude, we gotta do this like fresh, dude. You gotta one take. Come on, man.
To you musicians out there. What was I even gonna say?
Yeah, what do you... Do you have a message for the people or do you not?
To you musicians out there, you don't have to complicate things to make good music. Okay?
It's
All
true.
right.
Yeah.
Is it true?
There
It's
you go.
true. But feel free to complicate it if you want.
Yeah, it's kind of fun sometimes.
Yeah, no, I have a lot of fun with making like ridiculously unnecessarily complicated stuff. So that is the instrumental. Now, what I wanted to show on top of this, which I thought was really, really cool, is that I should pull this up before. I had it pulled up and then my computer died. And that didn't die, but like it like pooped on me. But somebody, I don't remember how long ago, but somebody recreated the instrumental of the song, which I thought was crazy because it actually is really decent, like in terms of like how accurate it is. So like the guy's name is like Argot, and I've actually tried commenting on this video before, and then I guess like something happened because like my comment doesn't show up, but I did comment on this video because I thought it was just so cool that somebody took the time to like remake my instrumental. And it's like basically what I just showed you, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the instrumental remake that this guy made, and it's really dope, you know.
Dude, I'm gonna have to steal that, drop a little remix or something. That's crazy.
For real, yeah. You know, it is so cool how like close it is. You know, they really paid attention. Oh, I didn't mean to speed it up like that.
I was like, oh, it was close until that happened. Right. I don't know what that is.
That was me. That was me, guys. That wasn't the instrument. That wasn't him. That was me. But yeah, like to see. Well, first of all, shout out to Argot, because like that is really cool that you made this instrumental. Like it makes me feel awesome to see that somebody like cared enough about the song to remake the instrumental. You know, so thank you for that. But also like congrats or props to you for like making it so similar to the original as well.
Yeah.
Like there are differences, like you can tell, but like it is very like it's really cool to hear that like even the ambience is there, like the same.
Yeah.
It's like the same kind of sound too. Like listen to this, dude. Like at the very end here, like oh, it's like literally the exact same like cheesy sound and like same melody too. Like he didn't miss a note on that, you know.
That's so sick.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, he knew what that sound was
That's
that
so
I used,
sick.
and you know, and he just like redid it, which is like so cool. I'm assuming it's a he. Like Argot's a he. So that's so sorry. I don't know like Argot personally, but
Shout out Argot.
shout out Argot. I used to play. I played a character in League of Legends called Urgot.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
You think that's
they're related?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
So. But shout out Argot though. But yeah, so that's really cool that happened.
That
you
is
know?
really cool.
Like, and it's also cool because it's like as a musician, you know, like your biggest goal is, you know, like to make music that people care about, you know, or
Right.
that will resonate with people. And like seeing stuff like this, and I've seen some other like people have made covers of other songs that I've written too, which is cool, like so cool to see. But like seeing stuff like this, like, you know, like where people take the time to remake the song or like, you know, do a cover,
Yeah.
things like that. It's like it feels so great because it's like, well, one, it's reassuring that like you're doing something right, you know, like people are listening, they're taking the time to do this, like, so you're doing something right. But like two, it's just like, it's like, man, like do I really make things that resonate with people like that? Like I don't know, like it's
Apparently.
yeah,
Stats show it does.
yeah, it's yeah, no, it's wild, but it's really cool. So I appreciate this guy for doing this. But to move on from that, I have a little demo to show you of this song.
What?
Excuse me. Now this isn't like a fully recorded demo. This is a demo as in like a voice memo. Like
Yeah.
this is when I first got the idea and I didn't want to lose the idea, so I recorded it on my phone.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hear like I have a different guitar pattern that I played when I was working on this. I also have different lyrics, same melody for the most part. So this was like the demo thing that I had going on here.
I was getting close, so close, but you hit on the nose when you told me so. We'll be having fun today. Don't get lost in what I say. Make friends by Saturday.
And you can hear like the lyrics are different than when I sing in the song.
So close, but you hit on the nose when you
And I just repeated the same thing because I didn't have any other lyrics.
today. Don't get lost in what I say.
And then right here, like, listen. I mean, I didn't have any ideas, but like, I was humming. I don't know if you hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that like at the end there, not in the song at all. Like I was
Right.
just like freestyling something. So like it obviously like it changed and things like that. But that is like where it started. Like that is like the first recording of the song that I have. And this was back in, I'm trying to remember, I think November 2020. This was back in November 2020. So long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yep, but that was where the idea sparked, you know, and like lyrics are different, you know, still same rhyme pattern, but like that was what I had for a good minute, and then I've changed it to what I have now, and I'm so happy I did because I love what I have now opposed to that,
Yeah.
you know, and it's still kind of same concept, same vibe, but it's like I feel like what I wrote now resonates more, and I mean it shows people play stream that song like crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's crazy just to hear a demo go from that to what it is now. Like
Yeah.
that's something that, I mean, with rap, like I don't really do that much because I'm not making the instrumental.
Right.
But when you're coming up with like the instrumental ideas with the lyrics and the melody and stuff together and doing it like this, and then hearing like you bring in drums and synthesizers and everything else and
Right.
building out the hats and blah blah, like it's crazy just to see how all of that amounts to,
Right.
you know,
The
so
final
close.
product. Yeah, exactly. So close. And so that is the entire instrumental. This is a shorter episode today because it is a shorter. It is like a more simple instrumental.
Yeah. There's less to break down.
Right, exactly. But that does not mean we're done. Okay? Because it's time for quote of the week.
They thought we forgot.
They thought we forgot, for real.
I totally forgot.
So what is your quote? We'll start with you because the last 2 weeks, I was the first one, and so this time, regardless of if it's a goofy one or not, you'll be first. So what is it?
Well, are we feeling goofy? We not feeling goofy?
Yeah,
How are we feeling?
You choose on that. You could go goofy. Go goofy, actually.
Well, sorry, not goofy, but not serious.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I mean
it's not goofy. Sorry, guys.
whatever you want to call it, do it.
All right. My quote of the week
Yeah.
is, it's just like, it just feels hyped up now, and it's just so boring. It's Us by Lil Yachty and his collective Concrete Boys. Their catchphrase is, it's us.
Is it? I know you sent me a Lil Yachty song for inspiration. When I was working on instrumentals.
Yeah,
and stuff.
you probably said it in there.
Yeah, I remember that.
But like, to me, using that as a catchphrase is so hard because it's like saying I'm him,
but
it's like
in a
we are
group
all
setting.
him.
Yeah,
you know what
right.
I mean? Like it's us.
Yeah.
That's so cool to me.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Shout out Concrete Boys.
Yeah, no. So that's it. That's
It's us.
That's the entire quote.
It's us.
That's a good one.
It's us.
I like that. Good job, Lil Yachty. So
Shout out
this
Lil Yachty.
this was mine. Do the little things so you don't have to do the big things. And you know who said that?
Who?
Me. And I said
crazy.
this yesterday when I was doing my laundry. So like I said this as a joke because I was like I had just came inside because I had finished like working on something that I'll show you actually really soon in like literally this episode. I was working on something and basically the entire day, and when it came to like 7 or 8 o'clock when it's time to wind down, like I made myself food, ate and stuff like that, but then I had to like do all these little things like finish washing the dishes that I had made, put the trash out, and then like do my laundry, right? Or like take out my laundry, put it away. And it wasn't a lot of clothes. It was just like a little amount of clothes. But like it was just like, oh, I have to keep doing like all these little things.
Yeah.
Right. Especially when it came to the laundry, like it was like just a small amount of clothes, you know, like so small, like one outfit, but I had done it, finished it, and I was like going into like the dryer, and I was like, and then I said that out loud, I was like, do the little things so you don't have to do the big things, right? Because like I meant that in the terms of like I gotta finish this laundry pile so I don't have to do like a whole load of laundry like in the future, and like my room can stay clean and I have clothes all over the floor.
Yep.
That like that's why I said that, but then like I kind of thought about it and I was like, you know what? But that's like true though.
That's
like,
life.
Yeah, like when it comes to anything, it's like you want to do the little stuff first so it compounds. Like not that it compounds, but so that it doesn't compound to something that you have to deal with later on.
Yeah.
You know, so like as in, for example, your health, working out, exercising, like you go to the gym, you know, do the little things. Like I don't know, it depends on how you view it, but you know, go to
in the grand scheme of life, going to the gym is little.
Yeah, exactly. So you can live a healthier, happier life.
Yeah.
You know, doing like me personally, I wash like every single dish that I make, right? Or not make, but I use like right after I use it, so that I don't have to compound, like it doesn't compound and it gets to like the lot that I have to end up finish cleaning. And does the rest of my family do that? but but I love them. But I've been doing it, and I used to not, but now I do, and it's become a habit, and like I'm proud of myself for building that habit. Like now, like I don't have to like I'm pretty clear in terms of the dishes. Like, hey, that wasn't me. But yeah, so that's my quote. Now, what I wanted to show you guys is that today, on my merch store, we are releasing these stickers.
Oh my gosh!
Woo! It's a 5 sticker pack, a little bundle, five stickers, handmade stickers, I might add, for the growing season, because it's coming up real soon. As you can see, hopefully I'll zoom in on the camera so you can see a little bit. Actually, I should probably put it closer here because we're focused here. But it says, and I'll put up a graphic too if you can't see it. I plan to grow, right, with a little habanero and a little seedling sapling there. What this means to me specifically is that like this year, well, kind of self-explanatory. Oh shoot, I plan to grow in the literal sense where I plan to grow like you know, I plan to grow some plants, you know, but I also plan to grow in all other aspects of my life in terms of like my health and, you know, my business, my music business and stuff like that. That's what this podcast is like a part of that growth that I'm doing and I'm actively doing. And so I wanted to make these stickers to represent that, and on top of that, have you guys grow with me, because when you purchase one of these sticker packs, what happens is that you will also get some seeds that I will be planting in my garden.
Whoa.
So I have habanero seeds, which is why there's a habanero on here. And basically, like with these habanero seeds, like they came from my garden. Like I planted them myself, grew the habaneros, and then I got those seeds. And so you are literally having like a little piece of my garden to plant with you, which is, I think is like really cool. I think that like I was so excited when I came up with this idea. So you'll be getting habanero seeds, and we'll be able to grow them together this year, you know, because I plan to grow, and I hope that you plan to grow with me. And so you see, we have this sticker specifically, but we also have So Close, the cover art for So Close sticker.
Whoa,
we just talked about that.
We
just did an episode. Oh, what else we got? Oh, One Like You, I Say Ooh. That is another sticker on here. What?
The Ooh song?
The Ooh song that we did last time. That's the last song we talked about. What else we got here? Oh shoot! On My Way with the one and only Pres. Is that him? He's on this one? What?
I know that guy. That's crazy.
Bro, that is crazy. That's wild. And then finally, a little cover art of like the EP that I released last year. Or dude, 2 years ago. Yeah, like 2 years ago at this point. I mean, like it came out in 2022. So yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute. But yeah, this is I love this cover art. I think this was like one of the cooler cover arts that I've done. And so I was like, of course I'm gonna make a sticker out of it. So again, everything here is like handmade, as well as you'll get like instructions on how to grow, or like not like the care. You get care instructions for the seeds, right? So that you can ensure that you get, you know, your good seed growing for the season. But yeah, everything is handmade. The packaging, the stickers themselves, I like printed them myself, cut them out, all that. And yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this stuff. Like, this is the first time I do stickers, and I just like it's so cool. It's really cool. I'm really excited to grow with you guys, literally, you know, and metaphorically. So feel free to pick them up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Anything else you want to add before we go?
I mean, buy the stickers quickly, because I'm gonna buy some right now. So yeah, y'all better hurry up. I think we're in limited quantity here. So
Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to pick up the sticker. Also, subscribe or follow, depending on where you get your podcast, to this podcast. If you like the content that we make here, and you just want to learn more about me and my songs. Next week, we'll be breaking down the lyrics and the music video. We're so close. But until then, I will be here making music in my shed. See you later.